Okay, welcome ladies and gentlemen. You've joined us for the final round of the Formula One League for 2020. We've spent this our 16th round for the season. It's been quite a tough year to judge and keep this race going, but we're here in round 16 for the final one of the season to cap off what has been quite a strange year for us here and everyone around the world. So we're currently in a qualify session. We are at Abu Dhabi at the Yas Marina Circuit, located in the United Arab Emirates. It's going to be 55 laps long, each lap consisting of 3.452 kilometres, and the current lap record is a minute 39.283 by Lewis Hamilton last year, as we didn't visit, we're about to visit there this year. So Lewis Hamilton with the current world record, lap record I should say. Okay, so being the last round of the season, I've got to show you the season standings as it is before the end of the night, and we can see Scott Blacker commanding lead and untouchable tonight. So looks like he'll take out the championship on 196 points. I have blotted out the fall drop round, so this is all current, and depending on what happens tonight, I don't think Scott Black's going to lose that position. Just behind him, Thomas Foster with 172. Missed the first round, but definitely joined in ever since then. And he'll finish comfortably in P2 on 172. Now tonight we're going to be missing Marty Porter. So he's currently in third, but he's only up front by 16 points ahead of Halil Caesar, who's on fire tonight at this circuit. So all Halil needs to do is either win the race, come second, or come third, and get the fastest lap of the race for that extra point. So that'll be what we'll be looking out for in tonight's race, as he'll need to finish in the top two or third with the fastest lap of the race. And if he does, he'll be claiming P3 from Marty Porter, unfortunately. So keep your eye out for that. Fifth in the championships, Michael Donnellan, he's joined us back tonight, so he'll be locking in that position at the end of tonight's race and for the season 2020. Jack Song has been pretty consistent all year. He's comfortable in P6. Myself, Shane Guilford, will be sitting pretty in P7. 8, 9 and 10 are all sorted because they're not actually with us tonight. So we'll bring up the championship points through the race to show you where all the points are going to lay as the track goes on. We are in qualify session at the moment, so we'll get on track as we speak and see how the guys go. Currently Scott Black, championship leader, is in the pits at the moment. We just saw Bryce Royal, who's backing up from last night's V8 at Tasmania, so he definitely loves his Formula One as well, and thought he'd give tonight a crack at the Yas Marina. And it is a beautiful circuit out there in Abu Dhabi. It is getting on sunset, so through the race the sun will set and the lights will come on, so that'll be another spectacular thing to look out for at the circuit. If I bring up, I haven't set that up yet, so just got some driver cams I need to set up. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we did have Jack Song, but he's not in the chat room anymore. So Bryce Royal, I'll bring him up. We've got Michael Donnellan in the foreground, and that's Michael Donnellan in the foreground, and Bryce Royal again in number 5 in the background in the Ferrari there. So he's currently in P7 in the quali with 3 laps to go. Just ahead of him in the foreground is Michael Donnellan in the Alfa Romeo colours, the Kimi Raikkonen. And as mentioned before, Scott Flack is in the pits. I'll see where he is. Like he's just sitting pretty, saving his energy for the race itself. So the lights are a bit dim here because we've got to turn it down for the screens in the shopping centre. So you can see the full motion sims with the Formula One, definitely high Gs or more reactive in the seats. So definitely makes it for a more immersive experience. So that's Scott Flack rolling out now. 2 and a bit minutes to go. Very tight pit exit there, and that's going to play a part in tonight's race as well. So that pit exit is you get released a lot earlier and get to accelerate down the hill, but it's very important to brake hard to make that turn, otherwise you hit the wall. Scott Flack just taking a short one to make sure he gets around and starts his final lap. Halil Caesar is someone we've got to be watching tonight too. So as mentioned before, for the championship, he needs to finish in the top 2. Spoke to him earlier, he doesn't like his chances of getting the fastest lap of the race, but he definitely looks good for the top 2 at this stage. Thomas Foster is sitting in the pits. He's playing it cool as well. It is a 90-minute race, 55 laps, average is about 90 minutes track length. Jack Song's with us again. I think he missed the last round. Or did he? I can't remember. And he's currently qualifying in P4, which is excellent. David Baker, who I haven't touched on yet, he's back-to-back from the V8 race last night as well. So is Caesar, Flack, Foster, and Royal. So, and Cieslawski as well. So Cieslawski qualifying in P8 at the moment. We've done some setup changes for the car. Not the car, he's PC. So let's hope he can stay in the race a bit longer. Bit of software driver issues. Okay, so I think I've touched on most of them. Scott Flack, we'll see if he's going to be posting a time. We might go on board with Scott to see how it's done. So with 9 seconds to go in quali, this is definitely his only hot lap left. And I should really show you the live track map. So we can see number 1 with the flames out, so that means he's definitely on a flyer. You can see the sector times down below. Sun setting, so the shimmer off the track is definitely getting in the eyes of these drivers as he hits well over 320 kilometres an hour, almost touching on the 330. That's a DRS zone, which I haven't gone over with you guys tonight. So we'll just stay this till the end of the lap. He's only got a couple of corners to go, and he's definitely half a second up, 0.7 up of his previous hot lap at the moment. So he's only got about 3 or 4 corners to go now. As you can see on the track map there, we're almost at the checkered flag. Looks like Caesar will be starting in P2, almost like 4/100ths of a second on Scott Flack, but Flack just crossed the line with a 130.808, so that pushed Caesar over a second behind. So you can see how strong Scott Flack is in the championship. So qualifier results, it's Scott Flack that'll be starting in P1. P2 next to him will be Halil Caesar. It'll be a tight left-hand turn, so it'll be a good battle there. Thomas Foster in P3. Jack Song, P4, excellent job there with 133.6. David Baker, not the first F1 race with us, but he hasn't raced with us for a while in Formula 1. Michael McGowan up in P6 with a 135.7 on the first side of the grid. Alright, we're just going to go to a quick break and we'll be back. Make sure the guys are ready for the long race. And we'll be back after these messages.
If you believe in it, then anything is possible.
With thanks to our sponsors, Jewellery on James at Burleigh Heads, Racecentre is proud to announce that we'll be giving away this Supercars Limited Edition Pulsar watch to the winner of our 2020 V8 League season. The special watch features include chronograph function, stainless steel hard-coated case with black pattern leather strap and red stitching, date, calendar and 100 meters water resistant. Once again, we'd like to thank our friends at Jewellery on James.
There's a new whiskey in town, one that embodies the strength and character of our people, that dares to do it our own way, crafted by a master distiller to create something uniquely Australian. Ned, Australian whiskey.
If you believe in it, then anything is possible.
With thanks to our sponsors, Jewellery on James at Burleigh Heads, Racecentre is proud to announce that we'll be giving away this Supercars Limited Edition Pulsar watch to the winner of our 2020 V8 League season. The special watch features include chronograph function, stainless steel hard-coated case with black pattern leather strap and red stitching, date, calendar and 100 meters water resistant. Once again, we'd like to thank our friends at Jewellery on James.
There's a new...
Okay, welcome back. The boys are gridding up. 55 laps. Okay, so we'll set the order. Okay, so just quickly while we're waiting for the formation lap to roll off. I'll just show you the DRS zones for tonight. So we've got two DRS zones, pretty much the main straight right after one another. So the long straight down the back, they'll be getting up to at least 330 kilometres an hour, and then through the quick chicane, then back onto the DRS again. So boys have got to be quite handy with using the DRS button for tonight. Okay. So we'll just go over the starting order now. As we mentioned before, at the end of quali, it'll be Scott Flack on P1. Little Caesar next to him on the inside, I think, in P2. Thomas Foster playing P3. Next to him will be Jack Song. On the screen at the moment. David Baker in 5, Michael Denell in 6, Bryce Royal in 7, and Wojciechowski rounding out the top 8. Alright, so big nerves. Watch out for the purple Master, Hello Caesar. Sponsored by Cooler Master. We want to see him in the top 2, depending who you're supporting. But it'll be very interesting to see. We know Marty Porter's watching secretly on his phone, so hello to him, and he's nervously waiting to see whether he can pick up the trophy, third place trophy for the end of the year. After his big win last week, last round, he's hoping to at least pick up third for the season. Okay. Roll up to the grid now. We've got Michael Denellen drinking Red Bull there, just warming up the tyres, doing some brake checks. Okay, we can see dusk, the sun almost setting. Championship leaders on pole, just waiting for the lights. As the Little Caesar on the inside, Scott Black getting a good start there. White tyres means hard, so they're trying to stretch this out, looks like it, with the tyre strategy. The two Ferraris just trying to get through the turns 3 and 4. It's Flack, Caesar and Foster, and Denellen is your top 4. Denellen on the screen at the moment in the driver cam. He's in the Alfa Romeo. You see the sun setting on the track there, beautiful shot. As Michael Denellen heads down the back straight, one of the DRS zones, but it's not active at the moment. We'll wait till the second lap of the race. Braking heavy into the chicane. Looks like he got a bit of a tap behind. Not too sure who that was. But looks like he spun it back on. Maybe Song or Baker there. Scott Flack up the front, assuming the usual position there. Been quite a solid driver all year long, and he hasn't taken long to stretch out the lead by 0.9 of a second. You can see Scott on his actual screen there, so you can see how close we are to live pictures coming to you from Yas Marina. It's Flack, Caesar, Foster, your top 3. Denellen still in P4. Baker chasing Denellen hard in P5. Jack Song Just dropped back a couple of spots there, so you can see the only gains and losses is Denellen and Jack Song, everyone remaining the same. Scott Black looking quite smooth there as he takes the curves. Down the back straight, you can see them still bunched up. Position 8, Troy Jaslowski just dropping off a little bit there, but he's keen to chase Bryce Royal in front. Bryce is a bit tired, he's only had 4 hours sleep, so he's doing a good job to control these. We can see Scott Flack with bringing up the purple sectors, and it looks like Foster's had a spin. We'll go back and see where he's at. He's got caught up with looks like Denellen's dropping back as well, so I'm not too sure if they've come together at all. But that allows Baker up in the 3rd spot in the Ferrari with Jack Song close behind. And not too sure if you can see Baker just in the background of Scott Flack's driver cam there, driving the Ferrari. He's got Jack Song right in his rear vision mirrors. We'll see if DRS is active. This is where Jack Song's got a chance to catch him, as Baker doesn't have DRS open, but Jack Song does. You just see it shut in the braking zone. Baker doing well, hitting his apexes quite nicely, gets a good exit. But he hasn't got used to the DRS again because he's got no one in front of him to activate Caesar an extra 5 seconds up the road. It's currently Scott Black with the fastest lap of the race at 1:31.988. That'll probably come down after the first run of pit stops. Looks like he is on the softs. I did see that they were white banded tyres before, but they are definitely softs. And Bryce Royal on the back of Thomas Foster, trying to tuck in the slipstream there, get a good run down the main straight. Wow, that's a good job from Bryce Royal, just running wide there. Circulating in P6 at the moment, trying to make it P5. Denellen just a couple of car lengths back too. You see Bryce just leaving some skid marks on the back straight, just cutting that corner out, braking himself there. I thought I just saw Jack Song come out, make a move on David Baker as Jack Song moves up into P3. Great move from him. I saw that in the corner of my eye at the end of the main straight. This is another DRS zone where Baker's now got advantage of the wing, and you can see it open up there. But will he have good position? Will he pass around the outside? Yes, he does. And they come together. It's right, every driver looks like they can't avoid each other for some reason. And unfortunately Jack Song moves down into P6. Baker up into 3 and Foster down in P4. Not too sure if the guys actually got the yellow for that sector. I didn't see it come up. Maybe you guys can tell me whether you saw it. Yeah, a few guys coming together and losing some positions. Fawcett back up into P4. Oh, look at this, 4 cars all neck and neck next to each other. In these cars, it pretty much means they're close by, because if you get any closer, you lose that front downforce, and with that, you won't be able to turn in as much. See Foster, the two Ferraris just squeezing out the Mercedes at the moment. This is a great battle. This is battle for P3. It's a three-way down the straight. I'm sure Bryce Royal should get the DRS, but he doesn't need it. He's still in the tail and then the draft, but Foster moves up into P3 with the assistance of DRS. Now he's just got the two Ferraris are running wide there. And that's Jack Song behind trying to catch them again. So Jack Song coming down the inside of looks like Bryce Royal there. $50 laps remaining, only 5 down. These guys are struggling to keep it in the track limits. As we come around onto the main straight. It's Foster, Baker, then Royal. This is all for P3 at the moment. Song slightly further back, but he'll make his way up, I'm sure, in the Pink Panther there for BWT Racing Point. Royal just running wide again there. I just got to give guys a warning about the track limits here. Got Foster in P3, that's Baker and Royal and Song right behind him. Scott Black further up front. I'll bring him up on our driver cam so you can see the way he gets the job done. He's got matching gloves to go with the car. Driving in the Hulkenberg livery number 27. Looks like he's out there by himself. Sun's starting to set here. Someone's dropped back there, not too sure who that was. Bryce Royal up into P3 and we can see Baker's dropped to P5 at the moment. And Royal's got ahead of Foster. I see Flack just looking in his mirrors there, trying to see who's behind, but got a 7-second gap to Halil Caesar in P2. That'll promote him up in the third in the championship if he holds that position. So on board with Bryce Royal at the moment. He's using the halo for extra realism. You can't see, but we're definitely over the 315, up into the 320 in the braking zone. He's braking quite a fair way out, just coasting. We can see the sun setting now. The lights on the circuit should be lighting up anytime soon as we go into full darkness at the Yas Marina Circuit. That's Thomas Foster just getting the job done. Bryce just cutting a corner there, almost taking out Thomas Foster. It's only lap 8, we've got a long way to go. It's 55 laps long, 90 minutes in total. And we're probably 15 minutes into the race so far. Bryce Royal holding firm in P3. He said he was tired, but I'm not too sure if he was just boxing it to the other guys. Baker dropping down into P6. It looks like he's close on the back of Song here. We'll watch this because this will bring Tanellin back into the fold. They're all switching turns, so I'm getting a bit nervous, taking wide. Michael Denellen just tapping the back of Baker there. As Denellen just moves up into P7. Baker's definitely on the charge back in P7. Troy Cieslawski still circulating in P8. He's doing a good job. Just trying to see where he is on the circuit there. I think he's coming onto the main straight, is he? Yeah, down the back straight. So he's out of turn 7 all the way down to turn 8. And that's looks like Scott Black coming up behind to lap him. So that'll put him a lap down at the completion of this lap. Black stretching out 10 seconds. He said just before the race he's not usually quicker than these guys, but this circuit's probably suiting his style as he's already stretched out 10-second gap, 11-second gap after 9 laps. As we go down to Hillel Caesar in the Coolmar entry. He's lapping in the 135s at the moment. Scott Black lapping in the 133s. That was their last lap for each. Thomas Foster, 138s. Bryce Royal, 137.9 on that last lap. So there's a battle there, and we've got another one brewing here with Song and Denellen for P5. That Song just running wide at the end of the back straight, trying to get through the... Michael again getting up the back of another driver through the corner. Not good. He'll be receiving a warning for that one. Jack Song's joined us midway through the year at in our F1 league, and he's been improving every race. Probably Sochi was his strongest one to date, strongest race to date. I think he finished in 4th there, so, and he really practiced hard for that one, so it was definitely noted, and it's great to see the improvements from the driver, really dedicated to his F1. If you ever get a chance to, I think he's got a Facebook channel where he streams the race himself online as he races with us in VR. There's, who's that? Foster and Royal down in for P3. Looks like Foster almost got it, but this will open up the DRS for Foster only. If he remembers to open up the wing. He's just doing enough to stay in the draft there. Looks like Baker's had a spin, not too sure what happened there, probably overcooked it, but that's in sector 3 as you can see on screen, the timing, but it's Foster still chasing down Royal in P3 at the moment. It's been a long year for these guys. We did start at the beginning of the year with Australia and Bahrain. We actually got our racing just before Bahrain was cancelled, or Australia was cancelled I should say. And after Bahrain we had to shut the shop for 3 months due to COVID. But we've reopened and tried to get these guys a run at all the circuits. So we see Foster almost getting the move done down into turn 9. Alright, so it looks like Foster's made it back on track. I'm not too sure how, but looks like he went straight through the fence there. Just got on the radio to Bryce Royal, telling him to watch his mirrors, because he said he didn't see him there, but he was definitely there. Anyway, so that's Bryce Royal. Still doing a good job out in P3. Excellent job from him in the Ferrari. And we can see Michael Dinellan just behind him with Jack Song. That's Michael Dinellan on driver cam there. Bryce Royal in the background in P3 at the moment. Just stay with this as we've got Jack Song chasing down Dinellan at the moment. Try and look behind to see where he is. You see him closing in under brakes. Will he pull out, get the job done? Oh, he's overshot it, didn't break it up in time, and Dinellan's just taking the position back. And here comes Foster, not too far behind now after that little mistake. Looks like Baker's come in for his first set of rubber. That's lap 13. Not a bad effort. He comes out of pit lane, rejoining in P7. So he's 36 seconds down. It looks like, let's just say that pit stops are out 25 to 30 seconds long. So not the longest pit lane on the circuit on the calendar, but definitely an awkward exit to come back on. And with cold tyres, you've really got to be careful there. That's we're watching Hello Caesar in P2, 12 seconds back off Scott Black. We've got Dinellan and Jack Song back again, and they're catching the back of Bryce Royal. So Dinellan's been with us for a few years now in Formula 1 and GT3. He definitely loves racing the Formula 1s with us at Racecentre. Oh, Jack's struggling in the braking zones. He's overshooting each time. Maybe he's not realising how much speed he's actually picking up, and the downforce on the front wing, because he's following another car. There's no, gets a lot of aero wash, which doesn't make the front downforce very efficient. Looks like Caesar's slightly gaining on Flack at the moment. Maybe Flack on his softs are starting to wear out, and Caesar's using the tyres to his advantage. He's got a big buffer, so he can just afford to sit there. Foster, I would say, on record would be his only threat, but he's had a few issues down the back with the new Ferrari drivers of Royal and Baker. Okay, so it's Dinellan in P4. We've got Royal just in front of the Ferrari. You can see him just concentrating on the Ferrari in front, trying to chase him down, but Song's on the back again. So Song's quite strong at this circuit. He's definitely catching these guys, but he's got to get past and make it stick and run his own race, try and stretch out. But you can see both guys are using their DRS down the main straight. Song just pulls out under brakes, making sure he doesn't get up the back and get most of it. Oh, great move from Denellen. And he takes P3 from Royal. Will Song get the advantage as well, moving up? Yes, he does, P4, but here comes Royal. Not too sure what happened there. Not too sure if he thinks he's stronger under brakes, but definitely came flying from a long way back, cutting the circuit once again. Maybe those tyres are starting to wash off and he's losing his front downforce. I mean, 4 guys following each other's definitely going to get a lot of aero. Royal dropping back from 3rd to 5th now. But it's almost a 4-car battle as Fawcett's coming up the back. See Royal just making fundamental mistakes at each corner. Fawcett just going up the inside. Clever move from him as he goes down the main straight. We've got Denellen up front. See how they fare up behind him. Jack Song chasing him down. That's Song, Foster, Royal behind Denellen. Another DRS zone that Denellen's not going to get. Jack Song definitely closes up on the brakes there. Song's just got to stay with it. He's driving really well through this section. But Foster's on the charge as well. Under there, you see the hotel lights all lit up now, making this track what it is, such a beautiful spectacle at night time. Coming down the main straight, it's Denellen up into P3 in driver camp as well, and that's Jack Song. Yellow in sector 3. P6, that looks like Royal. He's in coming into pit lane for his set. He's definitely made those last quite well. That's 16 laps on that set. So we should have Baker chasing him behind pretty soon. But back up in P3, it's Denellen, Song and Foster. Song and Foster together now. Song really putting the shoulders out, telling Foster he's got to fight harder than that if he's going to get the spot, but Foster's got the DRS active, and so does Song, as you can see the flap just come back down. Scott Black just posting the fastest lap of the race now with a 1:31.856, and that's after a pit stop. So I'll just bring up the number of stops for everyone and see who has pitted. So Scott Black's definitely pitted. So is the 2 Ferraris of Royal and Baker in P6 and 7 at the moment. But there's a 3-way battle up here in P3. This is where the race is. As these guys have been together for the last 10 or so laps. We can see Scott Black on the track map lighting up on a flyer again, so it looks like he's on another hot lap. Current lap record, or current fastest lap of the race so far is 1:31.8. So we'll see what Scott posts this lap as he crosses the line. But we'll stay with this. It's a 3-way battle still for P3. Oh, Foster just almost, well, definitely clipping, but almost spinning Jack Song. Jack Song trying to get up the inside and he gets the job done. Getting past. Can they make it stick? Oh, Denellen trying to stay in track limits, but almost taking the back out of Jack Song. This is what I said before, and there you go. Scott Black, another fastest lap of 131.6. But now it's Jack Song in P3. Denellen trying to go around the outside. You can't get any closer than this in a Formula 1 car. It's brilliant racing. Song's starting to stretch it out a little bit now. Denellen's holding up Foster. Foster's getting held behind Denellen. So the main straights are definitely too short for a DRS zone. That's why we've got 2 zones down the back. The long straight from turn 7 down to turn 8. And then again from turn 9 to turn 11. We're coming into the stadium section at turn 7 now. And this is definitely one of our DRS zones, so Denellen's probably going to feel the pressure of Foster. Not too sure if Foster's actually got an issue with the... No, there it is. DRS is definitely working for him at the moment. I know he had opportunity before, but he wasn't utilising before. We'll see if Denellen tries to go back up the inside. Probably wasn't enough to make that stick. He's managed to hold position, but that's Foster up on the inside. I'll go back up the front, Flack right on the back of Caesar now. Chasing hard. DRS active. Caesar's a sitting duck. So Flack gets the job done down into turn 8. But now Caesar's got the advantage of the DRS, so he'll see that open up. And there you go. Not much of an advantage though, so Flack's already through to turn 11 from 13 there. This is the closest battle on track now at the moment with Caesar in P2 just behind Flack. So let's bring up the number of stops again to see if Caesar's actually pitted. He hasn't pitted, so Flack's actually pitted and regained P1. So that's a very strong performance from Scott Flack at the moment. Car's just reflecting under the lights at Yas Marina, Abu Dhabi. We saw that happen earlier in our last night race at Bahrain of round 2 of the championship earlier in, I think it was March, end of March, when the Bahrain, Scotch just overcooked it, went on the infield, but he's brought it back on. And he's kept his position there, going wide for a long run. Caesar taking the wider line. See if Caesar closes in. He's got the DRS open once again. Look at the speed difference. As soon as that wing opens, they're too wide into turn 8. Caesar gets the job done. Excellent job. That's 20 laps on these soft tyres, so he is due to come in pretty soon. And Scott Flack's got DRS open on this back stretch, coming in hard into turn 11. I say these two will stay together until the pit stop from Halil. Looks like Denellen's in the pits at the moment. Just had a quick sip of the Red Bull and he's back out again. 4 sets of tyres. I'd say Foster, unless the timing No, Foster's yet to pit as well. So I think that timing will update once Danelli goes through that. And there it is. He's now 26 seconds back. So I'd say pit stop around the 25-second mark at the moment. I'm trying to look for some battles on track, but it looks like I can see them stretched apart by about 1.25 seconds. We can see there in the live standings, Clack and Fosso definitely locked in their positions in P1 and 2 for the championship. But Caesar in P2, if he finishes in this position, he'll get 17 points, and that'll see him on 155 points. So he'll jump Marty Porter, who's watching us online. Unfortunately, he'll lose the position by one measly point. That's a lot of races, 16 races, and it comes down to 1 point towards the end of the championship. Okay, so we'll touch base with that stat again as we stay with Foster. And here comes Caesar in the pits now. He's just had his boots replaced, and he rolls out. We've got Troy Tlowski just coming down the main straight. Actually, Caesar's coming into pit lane as we speak. So, 2.4, he puts it in reverse. We saw the fronts get replaced, but I'm not too sure about the rears there. Maybe he's trying to save time, but slightly went into reverse there. Not too sure if the stewards are going to penalise him for that one. And Bryce Royal DNF's out after that great effort at the start there. Definitely shows he's got the pace. He should race with us next year in the Formula 1 season. Definitely competitive. We've got Jack Song chasing down Danelli, only half a second or 0.7 behind there. We can see Danelli on the driver cam there defending P4 from Song, only 0.7 apart. Looks like Bryce Royal in the background of driver cam got a bit of a headache, so he's decided to pull out. He said he only had 4 hours sleep, so he's decided to not affect anyone else's race and retire from the race. That's Michael Danelli still defending with Jack Song. If you remember our Imola race, these two in the last 3 laps were battling it out, and Jack Song after the spin came back and retook the position from Michael, so that was a great battle. You can see yellow dot in the background, T7, that's Scott Flack, championship leader. He's going to be coming up the back of these two pretty quickly. There he is on screen now. Show you a full lap on board with Scott Flack at the moment. We can see him on screen. You can also see the footage on his screen as well on our triple 27-inch monitors. Around onto the main straight. Turn 21. We're almost halfway through the race now, lap 25 to 55, 30 laps to go. I think they'll get the warning after this lap. Wasn't happy with that exit. You can see the disappointment on his face. Thankfully, they're not wearing the helmet, so we can see the expression on their faces as they take the turn. Even though he's got a solid race so far, 30 seconds ahead of P2. He still wants to get in, so you can see the stats. He's looking at the time splits in the bottom right hand corner of the screen inside the driver cam there. You can see the gap he's pulling out well in front. Without DRS, we're at about 315 kilometres an hour down the back of the straight into turn 11. That's the second main straight DRS zone. That's a double right coming into turn 17, then the sharp left of 18 up to 19, all 90-degree turns. Coming up to the sweeping turn 20 and the last corner of the lap. He takes us through onto the 26th lap of the race. That's Scott Flack in P1. At the moment, P2 is Halil Caesar, Cooler Master, Formula 1 entry. Also a N Center tribute on the side of the car there. Seen David Bacon for a while. He's seen P6 at the moment. He was up the front for a while, but he's not too far back. He's still got to chase down Song and Danellen in P4 and 5. Just got to run his own race, and hopefully his lap times are pretty good at the moment. His last lap was on 37.8. That's pretty close to Danellen and Jack Song, just ahead of him in P4 and 5. So Foster's now in the pits for his first set. So that's, wow, that's a super effort from Foster. That's his first pit stop. That's half the lap race. He may have to pit again, but maybe not. He'll be able to change the strategy, just so he can stretch out the car, or the tyres I should say, to last to the end of the race. So might be able to pick up a spot if we see Caesar having to pit yet again. So different strategies. We'll see how that plays out. But Foster is quickly on the back of Jack Song at the moment, and Jack Song's chasing Danellen. And that's Scott Flack, the yellow flash behind them as well. So wow, this is going to cluster all together. You can see them all down the main straight. That's Denellen just got through. Jack Song on screen. Thomas Foster coming through turn 8. And Scott Black just come down the chicane there. Stay with Denellen because he's in P3 with a 2-second gap ahead of Jack Song. Yellow in sector 3, it looks like Kozlowski has hit the wall or just rolling in the pit lane at the moment. The great shot of the circuit and hello Caesar. The paint job of the car really complementing the circuit. Beautiful colours at night. Really comes alive under the stadium lights there. That's Kozlowski in the pits again for his set. Alright, so yellow sector 3, it doesn't look like anyone spun, so we've got Black coming up behind Jack Song. There's Foster behind him. So that gap remaining at about 2 seconds each, 2 and a bit seconds each. So those lap times are definitely comparable with each other. Foster just coming out of the pits there with a 154 on 832. So yeah, just on the 20-second mark for Foster, the deficit, I'd say, yeah, to come in the pits. So it's a lot harder to catch up that 20 seconds on the circuit. It's better doing it with one less pit stop, to be honest. Oh, Foster just getting sideways there. Gets into T20. Turn 20 onto the main straight. Took him a while to pick up a gear and get going again, but that's given Song a bit of breathing space. So that's Black back in the pits now. He's in for his second set on lap 29. Going medium, so he's definitely changed. He wants this to last to the end of the race. He's covering off Caesar doing a undercut with a pit stop, and same with Foster. You can see them all down the back straight. And Caesar 20 seconds behind Black even after that pit stop. And Black on those mediums is already into the stadium section of turn 7. Haven't see Troy Kozlowski. We haven't seen him for a while. See how he's going. His last lap was a 2:16, but that included the pit stop. So had a bit of a, I think he hit the wall on the entry there, so that cost him a bit of time as well. Like a Ferrari of Baker behind him. That's not the position. Baker's a full lap in front. Troy Kozlowski going down the inside, just trying to stay out of people's way. That's Baker coming through in the Sebastian Vettel colours. Number 5 Ferrari. Go back to Denellen because there's Song right behind Denellen. That's Denellen on screen on the left. Heard someone locking up there, so I think that was Baker in the Ferrari. He's racing from in-store as well. just on the left of the screen, just in front of Michael Donnellan, he's in the Ferrari as well. Like Baker's DNF as well, he's pulled out. So they had a long run home last night. There was train work, so he didn't get home till like 2 o'clock in the morning after the V8s last night. So it's been a great effort to come back in tonight. Just showing appearance, and they definitely showed good pace. So we appreciate them coming down for a mile. But I just heard on team radio that Baker was telling the race engineer that his butt cheeks went to sleep. I don't blame him. It's a long time to sit in the saddle for this long. We're over halfway. That's at least a 50-minute race, which is a bit longer than the V8s from last night. But we're back on board. 3 cars again. That's Donnellan, Song and Foster coming up behind. Song's trying to go around the outside of DRS, but he's taking out the bollards. Baker's just walking around the shop trying to get the blood flow back into these butt cheeks. You see Donnellan now fighting off both Foster and Black. Will go closer battle with these two. These three still separated by less than a second. Foster just dropping off a little bit there, but Song's just regrouping. Probably due for their second set. Foster's on a fresher set, so he should be getting on the back of these two quite quickly. Foster may have advantage. Yeah, there it is. The wings opened up. Just if we can see the back of Song's car towards Foster. There we go. Another DRS zone. You can see Foster's opened up trying to get on the inside, but Song's too far up the road for Foster to get through. And there's Donnellan getting closer in front of these two, so it's a three-way battle now. P3. Song side by side trying to get up the inside. You can't make a mistake, otherwise Foster's going to come up behind him and take the position. So they're driving great race here, three-way battle, P4. Foster just getting up the inside of Song. Song just running wide and conceding that position. And Foster's up into P4 now with Donnellan in his sights. So that's just lasting on the inside, just giving way to Denellen and Foster. Now two-way battle for 3, but I'm sure Song will be up on the back of this lot pretty soon. Denellen defending pretty hard there. You see him really leaning into the corners as he's trying to get ahead of Foster, keeping him at bay. Oh, he's just clicked the wall and it's costing him a bit of time. Foster right in the back. It's up the inside into turn 1. Denellen going around the outside, taking a long way round. That's Denellen maintaining P3 from Foster. It's the battle on track at the moment. Actually, Caesar's, here we go down the back straight. Foster with DRS. That's Foster up into P3 now, ahead of Denellen. Denellen trying to stay on the back of Foster as they want to keep the pace up and get away from Jack Song as he's choking behind as well. Gap to Song is about just over 3 seconds now, as I mentioned it. Denellen just trying too hard to get him under brakes, running off the circuit there. Got a yellow in sector 2, I can't see who that is at the moment. The track notes frozen for now. And sector 3, so still on the 3 side. It could be these guys. Can't see any issue on track at the moment, so these guys have got a clear run. Looks like Foster's stretching away a bit in P3. See Foster really lighten up the rears, getting out of that corner as he heads down the main straight. No DRS advantage on this lap as he's got no one in front of him. It looks like Song's closing in on Denellen as that gap's only 2.1 seconds now. Thomas Foster was leading a couple of races this year, but unfortunately had some incidents with the PC and it cost him some valuable points. Maybe he might have seen himself up closer to the front because he's only, bring up the in-race season standings at the moment, he was only 24 points behind Scott Black, so with a couple of wins and Scott Black not winning, that gap could have been a lot closer. These guys have been racing 16 races over the whole year, and we had a 3-month break in between. So we've almost compressed all the races in each fortnight. So very dedicated drivers with us, and we really appreciate their support for the 2020 season this year. Definitely coming down, looks like Denellen's in the pits. And he's drinking the old Red Bull. Another 4 boots. He's gone to mediums this time and he's emptied the Red Bull can as he exits P5. He didn't want to get caught up with Jack Song to cost him more time, so he's decided to come in. And he's got 19 laps to go. So just a third of the way through, and I'll just show. So again, keep talking about it, but this P3 is up for grabs for the championship, and Caesar's in a great position to take that from Marty Porter, who unfortunately couldn't be with us tonight. Porter won our last round at Portimao, but unfortunately it wasn't enough to hold P3. with him missing tonight's round as well. So as it stands, it looks like Caesar will get P3, but the night's not over yet. We've still got 19 laps to go. We were sort of expect the only threat to Caesar would have been Foster in P3, but again he got caught up in that earlier incidences with the back. No, I won't say the back markers, but the guys down the back. So and has some good battles trying to get through. So yeah, looks like Caesar's gonna keep that position in P2. Only 5-6 seconds behind Flack at the moment. That gap was a lot wider, but I'm not too sure if Flack's suffering on those mediums out in front. That's costing a lot of time to Flack. You can see Caesar just up the road there, so yeah, that's Denellen in P5 and Caesar in P2, right behind him. In front of him, I should say. I'll bring up the gaps to the leader so we can see who's a lap down from the leader. So it looks like the top 4 are on the lead lap at the moment. Jackson, 82 seconds. Back is almost a full lap, so minute 22. And lap for about a 1:32, so about 10 seconds off being lap himself. But pit stops, actually, Flack's had his second pit stop, so that's probably true and reflective of what's actually happening on the circuit at the moment. With Scott Flack and Jack Song in P4. I'd say Song's due to pit any minute now, as we saw Denellen coming in for his second set, and that's put him a lap down from the leaders. But once everyone pits, he should unlap himself and get back onto the main lead lap. So it's Scott Flack out in front, P1. Driver cam for all of you to get a visual on what he looks like in store, racing with us from the shop at the moment. He's definitely taken those corners clean. The medium's not doing too bad for him. He's lapping in the 135s with the mediums, and that's a 135 flat. So at the moment, that's only 3.3 seconds off Khalil Caesar at the moment. Caesar's lapping in the 134.7. So the tyre's definitely going to work if it's going to save 20 seconds down the lane. Lap 38 of 55, and that's black on screen. Caesar in second, P2. We don't see much of Foster. Usually we've got a camera on Foster, but tonight that's not working, so I have to just rely on what we can see on screen at the moment. That's top Foster in P3, 79 seconds behind the leader, so Foster's trying to stretch out just for a one stop, and he's on target. He definitely pitted on lap 28 or something, and that was just over halfway. So if he repeats that again, he won't need to pit again for tyres. So on track battles, we've got 5-second gaps here and there. It's a long race. It's definitely heating up in the shop at the moment. Temperature-wise, it's getting quite warm, so the guys will be sweating trying to work. It's 90 minutes driving around this circuit. Very flat, technical 90-degree turns. Definitely always working other than the two main straights, as we see Scott Flack about to enter. He's got Caesar. This is for the lead, ladies and gentlemen. That's Little Caesar on the softs, coming up behind Scott Flack in the lead. Not too sure. Scott went a bit wide there, but there's not really room for two drivers. See Caesar trying to go around the outside. He gets the job done. He's off with the softs. Definitely faster than Black at the moment, but I dare say Caesar's got to pit at least one more time, so he's got to get at least 20 seconds up the road if he's going to maintain that position. He's only got 16 laps to do it, 16, 17 laps to get it done. And Caesar definitely going up the road, so he's definitely smashing those lap times. Currently, last lap was a 1:33 for him, and Scott Black was a 1:37. So Caesar really pushing it now. I think he's doing some hot laps because he knows he's going to be able to come in and keep pretty set. We now see Caesar up the road in P1. Gap now out to one full second at the moment. Foster's further back. And Song trying hard to get on the back of Foster, only 3.2 seconds behind him. We haven't seen Song pit again, so let's just bring up the pit counter. Right, so Song's only had one stop so far, so he's definitely stretching out those tyres. He's got to pit pretty soon, otherwise he's going to have no one on his back. He won't have enough laps to get the time back, so if Song pits now, he'll still come out about a second ahead, but he'll be on fresher tyres, so he'll be able to get that back as long as he pits pretty soon. Looks like Caesar's really lighting up the times as far as I can see on the track map, but Foster's along with a 1:34.5, and Black crossed the line with a 1:34.8. So now that Black can see Halil there, he's definitely trying to stay on the back of him. But the gap's stretching out to 1.5 seconds now. And Song slightly gaining on the back of Foster. For P3. Down the main straight, that's between turn 7 at the stadium, coming deep into turn 8. Turn 9, turn 10's the alternative start-finish line. You'll be able to see the markings on the road. That's another track configuration for the circuit. You can also hire, Aston Martins or some open wheelers. Really good track day if you ever make it out to Yas Marina yourself and visit. You can definitely book a track day, I think a Radical as well. So definitely very current, fast cars that you can drive. Just book ahead, make sure you get in for a great experience in Yas Marina. So we've got JR Baird watching us on YouTube, giving a shout out to Mick and Ellen. Denon's currently in P5 at the moment. That's from Jason R. I'm just watching Black drop further back from Caesar. Could be touch and go, not too sure the strategy of Caesar. I assume because he pitted quite early, I won't say early, but the pace he's running at the moment, you dare say he's not looking after those tyres because he's really putting a gap out on Black in the lead at the moment. And Song's got on the back of Foster. So the Pink Panther chasing down the Silver Arrow of Thomas Foster, currently second in the championship. Jackson, as mentioned before, has been improving each round. Definitely looks like he's been practicing this circuit because his pace is on fire at the moment. He lapped over a second faster than Foster on that previous lap, and that's why we see him on the back now, challenging for P3, third step of the podium. Battles for P3 at the moment, Foster in front. Jackson all over the back of Foster at the moment, side by side. Down the second DRS zone, you can see the rear wing open, gets a job in front. They go in the braking zone, turn 11. And Song makes that stick of Foster just click the back, but Foster's backed off to make sure that Song stays out in front. Jackson up in a P3. Foster doesn't want to battle with this because I don't think Foster wants to hit again, but I think Jackson may have to towards the end. Probably in the last 5 laps, so we'll see how that goes. Same with Caesar, so we'll keep an eye on that. Look for the pit counter on the top left-hand side of your screen. And if the pit lights up, it looks like Foster's going to pit again, so not liking those medium. So he'll probably change back down to the softs. He's overshot Maze. Right in time yet. See the, he's gone for the soft bomb shot. Sounds like everyone knows that soft. Little Caesar on a fine lap, PB to himself. So that brings us into a level playing field now because Caesar's a full 24 seconds ahead. He can afford to pit and still battle for the lead if he pits soon because he won't concede too much time. But Flack on a fresh set of softs, he's definitely going to be catching and fighting into that lead. So we've got Foster, who's this? Foster, Song and Caesar. So that's the leader coming around to lap P4 and 3. So you can see Foster getting out of the way as Caesar almost clipped Caesar on the exit there. So that's Foster regaining P3 from Song. They come down the main straight. It's Foster and Song battling out, and easy to let Caesar go as he's trying to stretch his deficit to Flack, which is 24.6. So keep an eye on that gap. We'll see if Flack is going to close that in. And if he does, Caesar should definitely cut him a bit. And get those new rubbers on before that time reduces even more under the 20-second mark. I think Caesar's just going to try and hang it out there, but you see Foster closing up. He's not for position, but he's using the draft to get away from Song at the moment as Foster's been battling with Song most of the night. So he just wants to stick to the back of Caesar as much as he can. And now the gap to Song's out to 1.8 seconds. So back to Denellen in P5, 23 seconds behind Song at the moment. Song, okay, so there's Caesar jumping in the pits now. He's probably about 1 or 2 laps too late. I think Flack's going to get the position back. But we'll watch the timing sector on Black as I'll bring up the driver cam. Actually, it might be that Caesar did stop for 2 tyres before. Here he comes out. And where's that? That's Flack through. Okay, so this is a race on now. Last 9 laps of the race. For P1, there's a gap of 1.6 seconds. Caesar on the fresher tyres, so Flack's just got to pump out his fastest laps. But if Caesar gets any closer, he's going to have the advantage of the DRS zone, as we just saw there. So gap now 1.6 seconds. As I said, 1 or 2 laps earlier, he would have made that back out in P1. But we'll see if Caesar gets the job done back up to Flack. So I thought Flack was racing away with this, but the decision to get on the mediums is really putting back in the fold of little Caesar. And if he wins this race, he definitely deserves P3 in the championship. Been fighting hard and practicing hard at Yas Marina. We weren't sure if this was possible, but he might actually get the extra point for fastest lap of the race if he pushes it hard to chase Flack. Now, only 9 laps to go. Time will tell. And we've got Song down to 1.3 seconds behind Foster. So Foster nursing that second set of tyres, probably not getting the same lap times as what he should. And that's bringing Song back into the race with him. So Song really running a solid race tonight, last race of the season. We are at round 16 of the Formula 1 Championship for Racecentre, last one of the year. And that's Song going up the inside, reclaiming P3. Overshoot. Foster definitely got the position back, staying nice and wide to let Song back in the track. But Song might have another stab at that further down the circuit. Will he get the DRS down this zone? Yes, he will. He's outbraking himself once again, so I can't remember how many stops he's had, but this could be just 1 stop for Song. So Foster and Song both just on the 1 stoppers, so they'd be crazy to come in pit now. They might as well just battle it out. They're both on the same strategy. So let's just play it out. Let's just play it out on the track as the gap's really closing up now. You can see Flack now stretching that lead out front for 5 seconds. Definitely means business. He's definitely put his mind to it and pulled out that huge gap within 2-3 laps. It was 1.6, now it's stretched out to 5 within the matter of 2 laps. So the biggest climbers of the race so far is, well, it's Larky down in P6, coming up too small. We see Foster trying to get up beside Song. There's the aerial shot, the drone view. See Song getting a better drive out of that corner, but Foster will have the DRS when you watch him come back in the picture under brakes. Here he comes, down into turn 11. The little left, right, left. Definitely looks like Foster's stronger through that section. Great helicopter view through the stadium lights there. Glad I'm not the pilot. And here comes Scott Black, so he's coming up the back. Foster should be closing up pretty soon. Only 7 laps to go till the end of the race. This is the closest battle on screen at the moment. Okay, so you can see Flack in the driver cam just about to catch these two on screen now. Jack Song and Thomas Foster. Janelle back in P5. Still about the same gap behind to him, down in 24 seconds. Jack just running wide onto the main straight. That'll allow Foster through. I think he was self-conscious about Jack Scott Flack coming up behind him. Trying to see where he's at. There's Flack under brakes. Oh, Song just moving under brakes and Flack getting distracted there and locking up. But his Song's just letting through there now. And Flack's just got past Foster as well. So the race is back on for P3. Song again going wide under brakes, really struggling in that braking zone. Maybe he can brake harder than Foster. When you're racing VR, you definitely can feel your braking markers a lot stronger. So maybe Song's got a better view from the VR to keep an eye on those braking zones. It's like Caesar's still within 5 seconds, so he's chasing, but he's got to get through these two first, and he's got 6 laps to try and catch Flack. My money's on Flack, but anything can happen. Commentator's curse, you never know. Alright, so that's Foster to let Flack go, or getting out of the way of Flack. Flack coming out of the stadium there, turn 7 down the main straight, big DRS zone. Like Song's dropped off a bit now, he's got Caesar down the main straight. Try and let Caesar go. That's going to cost him time with Foster. So Song should just stay on the back of Caesar as much as he can, use the draft, and hopefully get back on the back of Foster in P3. Still got Jaslowski in the race, which is great to see. We worked hard to get his computer up and running, and this track's very detailed, so quite demanding on the graphics card. So if you've got a low-end spec PC, you need to make a few tweaks, and it looks like it's worked well for him tonight as he's still in the race, especially racing at night. It's also a bit demanding on the graphic card as well. So that's Troy Jaslowski in the Williams car. Back up front, Scott Flack, 5.8 seconds ahead now of Leo Caesar in P2, the Cooler Master. And Foster on that one set of tyres is definitely going to make them work, but I'm not too sure where that was beneficial, as Song also just put his once. And looks like Foster's going to get the better of that battle as the gap's out to 5.5 seconds now. So if you're watching at home, definitely give a shout out, Marty. Let us know how you're feeling. I know he's looking at this going, oh no, I've just lost third spot, but anything can happen. The race isn't over yet. 4 laps to go. The gap's out to 6.3 seconds ahead of Caesar, but that's okay for Caesar. He's not really needing first place. He just needs to sit where he is. Not concede any more time to Foster. But you can see Foster in front, so that's a 4 lap gap between second and third. At night time, you can definitely see the rotors lighting up under heavy braking. These carbon brake rotors really get up to 1,000 degrees Celsius. So Foster just letting Caesar go to try and chase down Flack for the win, but I'm not too sure. There's only 3 or 4 laps to go now. Not too sure if it's going to happen. We've got Scott Flack out in front, 1.7 seconds ahead of Hello Caesar. Thomas Foster further lap back now in P3, and Song dropping off now. Those tyres must be really get old as Denellen's closing up that gap and fist. It's down to 17 seconds. So there's still probably, if that's going to happen, that could be still enough time for Denellen to get on the back of Song with only 4 laps to go. We'll see what Song's doing, whether he's lapping. Still lapping in the 138s. Denellen's in the 137s, so he's just taken a full second out of Song's time there. But that won't be enough to get the position back for Denellen over Song in P4. 52 laps, 3 or 4 laps to go now. There's 4 laps to go in the whole championship for 2020. And let's hope it's all clear for us to rejoin in Australia in real life in late February or early March. Going to be a busy season next year in the real Formula Ones. I think there's 21 races in the season next year, 21 or 22. That Song coming round the main straight. We'll go back to Flack out in front. Flack's last lap was a 134.2 and Caesar was a 135 flat, so he lapped 0.8 faster than Caesar. But that's Caesar in the background, so looking down the main straight, you can definitely see visually the gap there. Looks like a special effect on Hulkenberg's car under the lights, but I think it's just a shading error on the Renault and the Williams. You can see on I'll bring up the driver cam. You can see on Scotty's camera that it's not flashing as it would as what we can see, so it doesn't really distract you. I'm not too sure if you can see the different light on the front tyres. You can definitely see the insides graining, so it looks like the pressure's the overpressured, giving it that bellowing effect. But Scott Flack will, if things stay the same, will finish with another 21 points, and that extra point is because he's got the current fastest lap of the race with 131.6. You can just see Scott Flack talking on the radio to some of the other drivers as we do talk to them on Discord. The guys can talk to each other between the shop and the guys at home. So next year, if you're interested in joining the league, definitely get in contact with us and tell us how you can get in, get a piece of this action, as we've got 2 laps to go for the full season 2020. Very exciting but sad moment. The end of the season won't leave us much to do till the end of the year, but it is a late finish for us for the end of the year, as it's already almost mid-December already. Time flies. But that sees it down 1.7 seconds behind Black. Will he get the job done? There's 2 laps to go. Black must have made a mistake on screen, as his last lap was 136.5 and Caesar lap in the 133. So that gap's come up while I was talking. I wasn't even paying attention because the gap was about 5-6 seconds, but now it's 1.7. It's definitely closing up. And Black's on new tyres, so wow, this is pretty awesome to see. Caesar really catching and fighting hard to get on the back of Black. You can see the gap there now, the back of Black's car towards Caesar. The gap now half a second. This is the last lap of the race, last lap of the season for 2020. Caesar tries to get up the inside there, but that's not the place to do it. Down the main straight, just got to wait for the DRS, and it's all yours. The speed difference, we'll watch the wing open on the Coolermaster entry. It'll open around about this line here, and there it goes. You should get up the inside. Wow, down the main straight, and Caesar gets the job done into P1. It's half a lap to go. Caesar's up the front, Flack down the back. Caesar's got the job done. Wow, this is last lap of the race, ladies and gentlemen, and Caesar's just regained the lead. And that's going to be 20 points for Caesar, and definitely a P3 for the season. It's only a few laps to go now, as you can see on the track map on the top right hand corner. Going under the hotel at the marina there. Two corners to go. This is for the checkered flag. Little Caesar, awesome job, fighting hard all the way, taking position. And that's the win, 20 points. Scott Flack coming home in P2. Great job, and there's Thomas Foster taking the taking P3. And Jack Song coming around 2 corners to go. And he'll finish in one of his strongest finishes of the year. Definitely well deserved. That's Jack Song, congratulations to him. That'll be 13 points for his campaign for the end of the year. And Michael Dinelling, 2 corners to go. So we're going to try and talk to the drivers. And we'll just watch Troy Cieslawski cross the line as well. So that's completes the race for the year at Abu Dhabi. And that's Halil Caesar, Scott Flack and Tom Foster taking out your top 3. Scott Flack on screen. I'm just going to drop this and try and get interviews with the drivers. Alright, so watching Cieslawski. Okay, alright, we'll just remove the track map there. So I'll jump in with the guys. See if we can get a chat with the boys. We see the results there. Just bear with me. It looks like I'm unable to chat with the guys at the moment. Bear with me. Okay guys, it's Shane here at the commentary box. Congratulations, hello Caesar for the win, and 3rd position for the season. Congratulations. How do you feel? Well, congratulations again, mate. You definitely fought hard to get back up to the front, and we saw you charging halfway through that stint there towards the end. And even all year, you've been fighting really hard every race, definitely practicing and improving on your racecraft. So, congratulations again, and that means you're finishing 3rd in the championship. So I'm just going to bring up the overlay, which I've just lost. Okay. So there we go. That's talking with Halil Caesar in the Coolamars entry, taking out P3 in the championship and the win for Abu Dhabi. So so that means in P2. That's Thomas Foster. Thomas, are you with us? Hey, buddy. Congratulations. That's second for the championship. Not the sort of race you're probably looking for tonight. You had a few battles and unfortunately pushed into the fence earlier on in that race, but you definitely come home strong in third with that one pit stop. Did you have enough tyres towards the end?
You know, you do so much for us. Yeah, it's just unbelievable what you do and how you put it together. So a big thank you to you.
No worries. Thanks very much, Tom, and thank you for your support all year long. We know we met at Bahrain, I think it was, earlier this year, and you've definitely been a great supporter of the series for the whole year. And again, I congratulate you and thank you for your support this year, both on track and off. You know, personally, you've definitely helped with the series, not just with the Formula One, but with all the series and the leagues that we hold here at Racecentre. Again, congratulations, buddy. You've got a beautiful trophy coming your way, and I'll come up and see you and deliver it in person, I think. So we're just going to go back to Halil Caesar because we did miss the audio from that. So I will chat to you again, Halil. Again, congratulations. Great effort tonight to finish in the lead and making your way up into P3. Big night for you.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Yeah, it's been pretty exciting. Like I said previously, with the whole season, it's been entertaining and challenging at most of the tracks that we've tackled this year. With COVID as well, it's been pretty stressful on everyone. So it's great to be able to get back on track and put some results in. And yeah, again, like to thank Cooler Master for sponsoring me throughout the year. You know, finally can get some silverware for them. And also I'd like to thank yourself and Racecentre for hosting such a great event every week that we race, or the fortnights that we've been racing, and also the competitors that I've had to race against this year. I'd like to thank you all, and yeah, well done to the winners and greeners, I guess.
Well, you finished on a high, mate. Well done, and well done to Cooler Master. You're picking up that sponsorship. Really helped you through the year. And again, I'd like to thank you as well, personally, for your help off track as well, to make the series what it is. Both you and Tom have really been an invaluable help for me this year and the support. So again, I thank you and congratulations again. Unfortunately, Marty Porter couldn't be with us tonight, but you were there to pick up the pieces and well deserved.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually was going to mention about that. I really wish he was here tonight to actually be able to, you know, be able to have that battle and have that challenge in the forefront, you know. So, again, Marty, if you're listening, you know, I would have liked to have you here. That would have been a lot better. It sort of doesn't feel too good taking it this way, but we fought hard all year. So hopefully I'm looking forward to next season with you.
All right, thanks again, Halil. We'll just cross to
Thank
the
you.
championship winner and Formula One Racecentre 2020 Formula One champion, Scott Flack. Congratulations, buddy. That's a dominant performance tonight, and unfortunately coming away with P2. But I'm sure you're happy with that and happy with the win for the year.
Yeah, of course, very very happy for the win of the year. That's the main thing for me to just finish off the season. Big congrats to Halil for the win tonight. Like, chased me down right to the end, and the last lap got me. I just had no tires left. He played the smart game all night. And congrats to Tom as well for second in the championship, and Halil for third in the championship. And yeah, sad to miss Marty. Just like to thank yourself, Racecentre, and everyone who's joined in the competition. It's been a lot of fun, a good distraction in a tough year. Hope to do it again next year as well.
Yeah, we hope to see everyone back again and some more if we can get some more guys on the grid for the start of the year and stay with us and make it a bigger and better event for 2021, and hopefully real life guys can restart at Australia. Well done to Scott Black. He'll be receiving a trophy and a championship cap, which we've been giving out to the champions of each year for the last 8 years. So this year we'll be going to him, and we'll have a quick presentation as he's in the store with us tonight. So congratulations to him. Got Jack Song on the line. I think he's... can you hear us, Jack?
Hello.
Hey, Jack,
Yes.
how you going? Congratulations. That was a great effort. You definitely showed a lot of pace there tonight.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a great battle with Tom. Tom, it's so much fun. Yeah, and yeah, thank you for organizing. And yeah, great year overall.
Yeah, it's been a good year, and we appreciate your support. We know you come in halfway through, but you, as I said during the broadcast, you definitely showed that you've worked hard and improved all the way through the year. And Sochi was probably your last good event, but this one definitely equaled that effort tonight. So congratulations on your 4th place for tonight.
Thank you.
All right,
Yeah,
guys.
thank you.
Well, thank you to everyone, and thank you for watching. That's brings us to the end of the Formula One season for 2020. Again, we hope you are able to join us. Definitely get in contact with us if you want to race with us next year, and just contact us on our Facebook or any of our social medias, or even pick up the phone. Call us at 9212 4114. Hope to see you all next year, and thanks for watching.